G'day everybody and welcome to the Cellar Edition number 12. A dozen, we're here and we've got some very exciting things, Jose, to bring out for everyone this week. And I think probably one of the most exciting bottles and pretty sort of affordable bottles as well that we've brought out in a while, and that's this Ben Nevis 9-year-old from Signatory Vintage.
That's correct. We get to the second half of the year well and truly started, and we bring you, I would say, the biggest bargain for this second half.
Yeah, I mean it's a exceptionally well priced whiskey, but it is also one that we just know is going to be a massive hit.
With these specs, is something that most of you will love, and it's exactly what we like of Ben Nevis. That sort of sustained, bright fruit that appears in the younger ages of bourbon casks. And this is absolutely stunning.
It's gorgeous. I'd say pineapple, banana there as well.
It's a bit like gummy bears, you know, a bit of confectionery, or dehydrated, candy bananas.
And then a beautiful creamy palate, and the finish, whilst it's sort of short, it's a beautiful finish because it just sort of like brings that sweetness through as well, maybe in the form of vanilla.
And a little bit of bit at the end, but that's slightly saltiness, which makes Ben Nevis just this Ben Nevis bourbon cask, young Ben Nevis bourbon cask. They're these stunning things.
They're great.
We normally don't get those many of these. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, that's right. This is a Signatory Vintage bottling of 2 casks, 2 bourbon barrels, 144 and 147 at 46% ABV. We've actually got a few bottles of this, so I think we're going to put up 6 online to sell, which is probably more than we've ever been able to of the cellar bottle. So this one it's a cracking whiskey, and I'm sure that won't last through till the end of the night. A really sensational whiskey. Now, for this edition, we thought we'd bring a little bit of something out for everyone. So there truly is a vast array of different spirits here. And the second one, the bottle available that we're bringing out, is a Vellier rum, up at 57.1% ABV.
This is the second release of the Tiger Shark range. Right, this is Tiger Shark. It's let's say Bellier's take on Old Navy style rum. A blended rum of all Caribbean pot stills. So no columns in here. The weighted average age is 14 years. So we would assume that in here there's quite a bit of the Demerara styles.
Pretty big ester, and you think about all those beautiful Caribbean flavours, lots of spice, fruit, and paying homage to the naval days, with the 57.18% being 100 proof, being cask strength, light on fire when you put a match to it.
Proud as Vellier says, no sugar added in the rum, so natural sweetness. If you want to ask me, I would say these would be blends of Demerara, Barbados, Foursquare, Hamden. Stunning. There's not many in there neither. No. So this is a great rum for a collectible or someone that really enjoys rare and good rums.
Yeah, for rum fans, this one doesn't come along too often, this sort of rum, so it'd be a great one to add to the collection.
But also saying that, we got the biggest collectible in the champagne world ever in the world. Nothing hardest to get than Jacques Celos. Jonno, what do you know about this?
So Jacques Celos in the mid 1970s started producing this incredible champagne in this fairly small plot on a really interesting sort of sloping hill, and it's just gone from being this small champagne producer, and still is by quantity production, but now probably one of the most famed. They pay a lot of attention to using really good processes when it comes to their ecology, their biodynamics, and that side of things. And it's just become probably one of the most popular champagnes worldwide, or one of the most sought after amongst.
It is the most sought after champagne you can get your hands on. For us, this is our first shipment of Jacques Celos. It's taken us maybe around close to a year to get hold of a very small amount of bottles. This is actually a first offering for Casa de Vinos to be able to offer everyone some varieties. We are only releasing a little bit online, maybe around 2 or 3 bottles. The rest will be kept for our new store, which the idea is to offer these kind of things on site. This is a Grand Cru champagne. This one is this Gorge in 2019. And a whole production of 30,000 bottles, which for champagne is very, 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 very small. Yeah.
So it's sensational, and one for a very special occasion, one for the collection, a bottle that doesn't come available that often in a retail.
No,
sense.
exactly.
A really, really special champagne. And we're lucky to have them to be able to offer it to you guys. So that one's going up there now as well. The 2 samples that we've got for the cellar this week are a Mortlach over 15-year-old as part of the Artist 6 range, and also an Armagnac from a small cognac house. And maybe let's start with the Mortlach. So this is a Mortlach over 15 years old, 1988 and bottled in 2006. So as the La Maison de Whisky do with that artist range, this is up, I think, around 17 years. But
and this is huge, like very big and rich whiskey. It's amazing. This sherry butt is absolutely stunning.
Yeah,
like
so it is. It's probably one of the most fabled from that Artist 6 release, and 2018 Artist you don't really see anywhere anymore. So to have the opportunity to grab a sample is awesome. The profile and the palette of this is gorgeous because it's spent most of its life in a bourbon barrel, but then almost 5 years in a sherry finish. So you get the beautiful the sherry notes
together with the meatiness of Mortlach.
Yeah, so it's a sensational, cracking sample. We've only got 3 of those, so they're going up on the website now, and they won't last either. Given the fact we're doing such an eclectic range of things as well this week, we thought let's do a sample of some Armagnac.
So for everyone that likes alternatives, like Serge Valentine would describe them, we got a Domaine Cassou 1988 Armagnac. So basically another style. La Encantada is an independent bottler of Armagnac. They make absolutely, they pick absolutely amazing single casks. This one has been bottled at 46.9%. And it got bottled in 2017. So, almost 30 years old Armagnac. Absolutely stunning.
Small vatting of I think 1 or 2 casks, and 680 bottles only. It's a great thing. 1988 as well, so the sort of thing that might be a fun little present if you've got a friend born in 1988 or it's your birth year or anything like that. It's always fun to get a little bit of something like this, and the profile of this as well is sensational. And if you haven't had too many Armagnacs before, this might be a really good place to start and just get a sample to see if it's your cup of tea.
Yeah.
It's a pretty special one. So that is the bottles for the cellar this week for the 12th edition, and they are cracking. Just while we're here, I thought that I'd quickly mention a tasting we have coming up, because we've got a lot of Ben Nevis fans in the Casa de Vinos family, and so we thought...
And we are personally fans of Ben Nevis.
We love them. Big time. One of our favourite distilleries. So coming up in a couple of weeks' time, we've got Climbing the Nevis, a Ben Nevis tasting. We like to do one each year, and this tasting is going to be sensational.
So we got fairly rare stuff in here. Of course, we're going to taste the 10-year-old very solid whiskey.
Yeah.
We also have the McDonald's Ben Nevis, and one of the very first editions of McDonald's Ben Nevis. Absolutely stunning. Yes. And top of it, this one is 2010. It will probably be second edition of this whiskey. We also got an amazing sherry cask, 12 years old, distilled in 1996. That's one of the things that Ben Nevis does its best for the German market. And we got another 1997 22-year-old single cask official bottling, also for the German market. So 2 great single cask, and we don't have here. We got the Bennevis 1996 from Casa de Vinos, the Liquor Library. Yes, so the Mad Max label, stunning. We still, unbelievable. We still have bottles of that.
Yeah.
It's been a while. We have not seen 1996, 97, so many Bennevis with age statement release, like with old age. It was good while it lasted. So yeah, grab a ticket while you can. There's not many tickets left. There's only 2 weeks away. Yeah.
So it's going to be sensational. Thank you guys for tuning in for another week, and we'll see you in the Cellar 13 in about a fortnight's time to bring out some more cracking bottles and chat about some more sensational booze. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.